You're listening to PM and Tonga with John Pulu.
Kia ora na tātou katoa tūro me takimata no te mātakitaki mai. You are listening to PM and Tonga. Mālo e tau maue whiawhini. Ho e ki pia moe kāinga ofa. Koe osia ni aiminiti e hongo fulu māwalu me he whai whiawhi for us here in Tāmaki Makaurau. Now, to health now, and joining us on our polokalama is the lovely Sonia Pope. Now, Sonia is the only Tongan registered educational psychologist here in Aotearoa and has been in frontline practice for the past 5 years. Now, she is passionate about well-being, student voices, youth development, Pacific resilience and Pacific success. But before we meet her, I'm going to acknowledge her roots. Now, she is a very proud, staunch Tongan Niuean. Chee-hoo! Whakauilahi. Now, she is from the villages of Holonga, Vava'o, Tongaleleka, Ha'apai, Kolo, Ha'apai, Hala Fo'o, Tonga, as well as Alofi North in Niue. So we say, whakalofalahi atu and māloi lele to Sonia Pope. Sonia, māloi tau maue e whiawhini.
Malo Opito, malo Sione, your invitation for today and you know, and for Cook Island Language Week, me taki.
Me taki. And also I think in Niuen as well as me taki, so it's very, very similar. But we'll go with we'll go with rea whakatonga, na hala e ku rea whaka Cook Island ni he whiawhini. It is wonderful to have you on our polokalama. Congratulations to you, Sonia, I he ngahi ngaue lele ko ke I kuna. Let's talk about your role. Could you elaborate or just to give us an idea on what the role and what you do?
Of course. So I have been given the great opportunity to manage a team that looks after a student well-being program. So I have, I build a lot of my success to my project coordinators who have villages all around New Zealand, and in those villages you have about 30 or 40 students, and in this program we just really target areas of student well-being all throughout the year.
That is really awesome, and I think it's a very, very important area to focus on. It is an important thing to also hear the voices of our young people. So tell me about some of the projects that you've been involved with, because you are now part of Leva, which is a great organisation I hono tokanga I koe ni anga tau nofo I he whonuani. But tell us more about the new role with working with youth at Leva.
Yep. So some of the things that we do is create tools and tools in terms of some skills that we can really strengthen the well-being of students. So for example, we're all about giving them the tools to strengthen their cultural identity, tools to be able to have respectful relationships, tools to improve their mental health or mental well-being. We also provide tools that, uplift and strengthen their spirituality, as well as their leadership and their sense of community. So all throughout the year, although we're teaching them a lot of those self-identity skills so that they can have a really strong self-esteem, but we're also trying to build that success. So when they go into university, when they go outside and start working, they actually feel confident in not only their English-based skills, but their cultural-based skills too. Because we all know that being Kiwi-born, New Zealand, Pacific people, we come with twice as much of strengths, twice as much of skills, and we need to kind of use that in our everyday life to improve our overall well-being.
Pito, how do you connect with the young people, especially in a day and age where technology and, it's, I don't know, I feel very old saying that, but to make sure that they feel comfortable about opening up and sharing and making sure that they kind of engage, with your programs.
Of course. And one of the first things that we do is that we make sure that this program is for youth by youth. So we do not come in and tell them what to do. We do not come in and tell them this is what they learn. We actually have another program called our YAG, which is our Youth Advisory Group. And our Youth Advisory Group is all made up of high school students, university students, and they actually tell us, this is wrong, you should take that out, we want to learn about this. So we make sure that the content that we provide is actually by youth for youth.
That is fantastic, and what a awesome way to make sure that they do engage when they speak to someone or understand someone on that same level as well. Let's talk more about some of the things that you're aiming to do, in this role with Leva. Ko tui pe was me pe ka kai whanua, ai ngau e koe ni ai Leva I he tawhaki koe ni o mo ui le lei. But what are some of the things that you hope to, bring to this role that you have with Leva?
Um, one of the things I really hope being out in frontline practice is practical. How does well-being look like out in the real world? Because we can talk about well-being, we can say focus on yourself, self-care is really important, but where I really want to target is areas where our youth need to be able to grow in that well-being. So, for example, what does well-being look like at church? What does well-being look like at school? What does well-being look like at our classroom? And then have those conversations and with those people who are leading those young people. So having conversations with teachers, how are you building well-being in your classroom? Ministers, how are you providing well-being space for your young people at church? All these people who hold space in decision making. How are you providing well-being for youth in a practical level? That's really what I want to hope for in terms of this space and work.
Oh, fantastic. And if you're listening and you want to learn more, just go online and look for Leva, leva.co.nz, to find out more details about different programs in terms of violence prevention, and also there's the Leva for our youth. Koe whakaikikia e lava o mauia I he ngalope, mō wakaipe ki he Leva, leva.co.nz or .co.nz. Sonia, congratulations once again. Malo apito si itari kore ke kau mai he polokalama o e whewhini. Pea mau o atu ai talamonu lahi mo oni ki he ngau ele rei oku ke whakahoko mai mei hena. Malo apito.
Malo apito, John.
Take care. Whakauilahi koe kia. Ofa atu e.
Thanks, John. Bye.
Ka kite. Hau e ke pia moe kakai whanua ko Sonia Pope ia. Tau ki wakai ke he tuaki koe ni mei he Planet Cars.
Ko wā taria uri me kautaha ai Planet Cars